Bless you.
Thanks.
To save her little sister, Adele decides to wake up an ancient mummy who's been asleep for thousands of years. Thanks to a soul ritual, the mummy actually wakes up, but turns out he's not the doctor she's been looking for. He tells Adele that royal doctors were usually buried right next to the pharaoh, and since the ritual affects everything within 2 kilometers, and there just happens to be a museum nearby with the pharaoh's sarcophagus, yeah, you guessed it.
Great, man.
Adele asks to borrow his royal doctor to save her sister.
You woke me up for such a trivial affair? Pah.
She explains the pain of almost losing her family, and the pharaoh is moved by their bond. So he orders his doctor to help. The doctor takes off the sister's hat and examines the wound closely. Adele quickly warns him not to pull the hat pin out, or her sister will die instantly, the very next second.
I asked you to cure her, not kill her, you dusty bag of bones!
Calm down now, Adele. Don't interfere.
No! It is my crown! I am the eldest! Off with his head! Off with the head! Off with his head! Off with his head!
This woman who's ready to chop someone's head off at the slightest provocation is the Red Queen. Standing across from her is her younger sister, the White Queen. It's hard to believe that 2 people who look and act so completely different are actually sisters. And the reason they hate each other so much all goes back to a lie the White Queen told when they were kids. The White Queen stole the very last tart from the kitchen and snuck into the Red Queen's room to eat it. Crumbs went everywhere, so she kicked them all under the bed. Unfortunately, the Red Queen walked in and saw the whole thing.
What are you doing? Nothing.
Panicking, the White Queen ran off. Not long after that, their mother realized the tart was missing and asked both girls who took it. Neither of them admitted anything. Then their mom found the crumbs under the bed.
Why are these crusts under your bed?
Remembering how suspicious her sister had been earlier, the Red Queen said it was the White Queen who ate it. The mother turned to the White Queen and asked if that was true. She hesitated, but still refused to confess.
But you did, you're lying.
Since the crumbs were found under the Red Queen's bed, the mother naturally believed the younger sister. Wrongly accused, the Red Queen ran out of the room in tears. That's when the accident happened. She slipped, slammed her head hard against a rock, and the impact caused her body to stop growing while her head kept getting bigger and bigger, eventually turning her into a freak. Claudia's company is on the verge of going bankrupt. To keep it afloat, she and her sisters do something insane. They put their recently deceased grandma in the freezer. As long as no one knows grandma has passed away, they can keep collecting her pension. To make sure no one finds the body, they stuff the freezer with tons of frozen food until grandma is completely buried underneath. Only then do the 3 of them finally relax. Later, Claudia rides her bike to the government office to collect the pension like usual. But this time, the clerk tells her that the elderly woman hasn't shown up in person for 6 months. They decide to pay a home visit and won't continue the payments until they confirm she's still alive and healthy. Claudia panics. She rushes back home ahead of them and pulls grandma's body out of the freezer to thaw, because if they're caught committing pension fraud, they're definitely going to prison. Just then, there's a knock at the door. The officials have arrived. To avoid suspicion,
Yeah.
Sono il maresciallo Orecchia. È un blitz.
Claudia blocks the doorway, stalling for time, while her 2 sisters quickly dress grandma up and pose her as if she's in the middle of a card game. Amazingly, it actually works. But grandma's body is stiff, and it's only a matter of time before something looks off. So Claudia hurriedly sends Simon upstairs, trying to distract the officials and make them forget why they came in the first place. The woman strutted into the pet shop like she owned the place and made an outrageous request to the young guy on the floor.
Mind if I touch your wiener?
What?
Your dog.
That's when it finally hit him. After a bit of talking, he realized she was there to adopt a dog, so he took her to the office to fill out the paperwork. But the moment they walked in, she claimed she was standing too far away and said it'd be hard to give her information like that. The guy looked calm on the outside, but inside, he was freaking out. She kept flirting with him nonstop, and the 19-year-old completely lost his composure.
Oh, what? Already?
Trying to escape the situation, he told her the store was about to close and asked her to come back the next day.
How about I give you a ride home and we can keep talking? You're on the way.
How do you know where I live?
Just as he was standing there, confused, she suddenly picked up his bag. With no real choice, he followed her outside and froze. She was driving a van that looked exactly like something kidnappers would use. That was when he seriously started backing out, but her intimidating presence shut him down, and in the end, he forced himself to get into the car. Not long after they started driving, he knew something was off.
This isn't the way to my house.
It's a shortcut.
He glanced at the woman, then slowly turned to look at the back seat. Tools were hanging inside the vehicle, and in that moment, he was convinced she was a kidnapper. He hurried to text his mom for help, but before the message could even send, she snatched the phone right out of his hand. Now he was truly panicking. When the car finally stopped, he started thinking about how to save himself.
What you got down there? Something for me?
You
tried kidnapping me!
I can't kidnap you. You're 19. Grow up.
You put me in a van and you took my phone!
If I were kidnapping you, would it give you all my personal information first? God, why couldn't you have used your rape whistle?
Why would I have a rape whistle?
Why do you have fucking mace?
After the woman explained everything, he realized he might have gotten it all wrong.
You found Wonka's last golden ticket!
Charlie and his family were crammed into a rundown little house, barely getting by on his dad's tiny paycheck. Then Willy Wonka announced he'd invite 5 kids to tour his factory, and the tickets were hidden inside chocolate bars. Pretty soon, the whole world went crazy buying chocolate. Charlie's family was really poor. He only got 1 chocolate bar a year, on his birthday. But that day, his parents surprised him with his birthday chocolate early. Everyone watched him with high hopes. But luck just wasn't on their side. Grandpa, unwilling to give up, pulled out his secret savings and told Charlie to try again.
Run down to the nearest store and buy the first Wonka candy bar you see. Bring it straight back, and we'll open it together.
But after tearing open the wrapper, the miracle still didn't happen. With only 1 golden ticket left in the world, Charlie stood outside the chocolate factory, heartbroken. On his way home, he happened to find a $1 bill on the ground, and he ran straight to the nearest store.
1 Wonka Whipple Scrumptious Fudge Mellow Delight, please.
This time, luck finally showed up. Charlie opened the bar and found the last golden ticket.
It's a golden ticket. You found Wonka's last golden ticket!
People in the store crowded around him, trying to buy the ticket from him. But the store owner stepped in, stopped them, and told Charlie to hurry home.
Dad! I found it! The last golden ticket! It's mine!
Yippee! Don't ruin my morning.
When the woman heard that her daughter was marrying a human man, she was so angry that she jumped down from the tree. Having been hurt by humans in the past, she didn't want to see her daughter suffer the same fate. But her daughter was determined to marry him. Seeing the longing for love in her daughter's eyes, the woman's heart softened. The woman took her daughter to the human world. In the banquet hall, the human king had been waiting for a long time. But this wasn't just a simple meal. The first dish at the banquet was bird meat. For a woman with wings, this was a huge insult. All the utensils were made of iron. The elves couldn't touch iron. The queen pretended not to notice until the daughter pointed it out.
Take it away at once. I trust you'll be comfortable using your hands.
The woman didn't argue with the queen, but the queen's words were still sharp. At that moment, the woman realized she was the queen's target. Suddenly, the queen's cat attacked her.
Contain your animal, or I will.
With her daughter's persuasion, the woman managed to suppress her anger. But then the queen played dirty. She announced that she would now consider the woman's daughter as her own. That instantly enraged the woman. At that very moment, the king collapsed, feeling unwell. The queen seized the opportunity, claiming the woman had cursed the king. To her shock, the daughter looked at her mother with disappointment. The woman tried to take her daughter away, but the daughter insisted she lift the curse. The daughter, whom she had raised, had turned into a traitor. Furious, the woman stormed out, breaking the window in the process.